Scene 1. Tension in the air. We open on a cold open of a map of the Middle East with the country of Iran highlighted. We pan across to see the early morning sun rising over the horizon. As the map fades into the background, a countdown timer ticks down from 120 seconds on the screen as a narrator begins the story. At dawn, Iran's most prized silos open. Long-range missiles cut through the morning calm. Target locked. Warheads hurtle toward Israel's heart. The first ballistic missile cuts through the pre-dawn darkness. A deep rumble echoes as the missile ignites, quickly followed by the sonic boom as it passes overhead. As the missile streaks across the sky, we transition to a full shot of an Israeli family sleeping in their home. They are blissfully unaware of the danger that is hurtling towards them. Scene 2. The first strike. As the camera pans up, we see more ballistic missiles launch, one after the other, from the Iranian missile silos. The missiles soar across the night sky, leaving trails of fire in their wake. On the ground, the family's dog whines softly, sensing the danger that is approaching. As the last of the missiles disappear into the darkness, the family's home is engulfed in a bright flash, and the sound of a massive explosion fills the air. Scene 3. Defenses and counterstrike. From there, we transition to a montage of the Israeli defenses kicking into action. Arrow 3 interceptors launch from the ground and soar into the sky to intercept the incoming ballistic missiles. Meanwhile, Israeli F-35 fighter jets scream across the night sky, diving and turning in a desperate attempt to intercept the missiles. As the montage continues, we see more and more interceptors launched, and more explosions as missiles are taken down one by one. But there are still some that get through. In the distance, we see another explosion as one of the Iranian missiles reaches its target, causing a large fireball to erupt into the sky. The scene ends with a wide shot of the Israeli landscape, dotted with contrails from the launching interceptors and fighter jets. Scene 4. Air battles and drone swarms. The scene opens with an intense dogfight between Israeli F-15s and Iranian Su-35s over the Syrian desert. The jets scream and weave through the sky, firing missiles at one another. The scene transitions to a wide shot showing multiple Iranian ballistic missiles launching towards Israel, intercepted by the Iron Dome system. As the missiles are taken down, we see a group of loitering weapons and drone cluster swarms flying towards their targets. Some of the drones are taken down, but others break through the defenses and cause massive explosions on the ground. Throughout the scene, we see footage of Israeli F-16s firing their gun pods at Iranian positions on the ground. Thermal and radar overlays are used to show the different modes of targeting being used by the aircraft. The scene ends with a close-up of an Iranian drone flying over the ruins of a building. Scene 5. Cities under fire. A long shot shows a ballistic missile flying towards the Iranian capital of Tehran. As the missile explodes, we see a thermal overlay of the city, and damage spreading outwards from the point of impact. In the aftermath, we see people running for cover and buildings on fire. We transition to another long shot, as ballistic missiles rain down onto the Israeli city of Tel Aviv. A siren wails in the background as people run for cover and dive under cars for protection. As the missiles explode, we see a thermal overlay of the city and the fires spreading. In the aftermath, we see people running for cover and buildings on fire. The scene ends with a close-up of a woman shielding her children as they take cover under a staircase. Scene 6. Cyber counterpunch. From there, we transition to a dark room with multiple computer monitors displaying real-time information on various military systems. Suddenly, all of the screens go down and an alarm sounds, indicating a cyber attack. The scene then cuts to a wide-angle shot of a major command center, with officers standing around a large table. The officers watch in horror as their systems go down one by one. As the scene progresses, we see the officers desperately trying to restore their systems as the chaos continues to spread throughout the base. Scene 7. World reacts and peace talks begin. From there, we transition to a wide-angle shot of the United Nations headquarters with an emergency session taking place inside. The scene then cuts to a close-up of the delegate from Iran, speaking at the podium as the other delegates listen intently. Outside the conference room, we see protesters holding signs demanding peace and an end to the violence. As the scene progresses, we see news reports on TV screens showing the destruction caused by the war. The scene then cuts to a wide-angle shot of a backroom, where diplomats from both sides are meeting in an attempt to negotiate a ceasefire. Scene 8. Ceasefire and aftermath. The scene opens with a close-up of a white flag being held out by a soldier. From there, we transition to a wide-angle shot of the battlefield, with smoke clearing to reveal the aftermath of the war. We see destroyed buildings and vehicles littered across the landscape. As the scene progresses, we see soldiers walking through the wreckage, searching for survivors. The scene then transitions to a close-up of a burning candle being placed next to a memorial for the fallen. As the camera pans out, we see rows upon rows of candles being lit up, each representing a life that was lost during the conflict. The scene ends with a wide-angle shot of a ruined neighborhood with a lone figure walking through the wreckage. Scene 9. Reflection and global lesson. We open on a burnt map of the Middle East with the countries of Iran and Israel circled. The camera pans up to reveal a group of world leaders standing in front of a large screen displaying the news captions, "Lessons learned," and "Rebuild together." As the camera continues to pan up, we see a montage of civilians from both countries reuniting and consoling one another. The scene ends with a black screen and the sound of a single violin playing a mournful tune. And that's a wrap on another intense episode of our channel. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for more epic storytelling. And if you want to support us even further and get access to exclusive content, consider becoming a member. Your support helps us create even more amazing stories for you to enjoy. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.